Yo, guys, Yoshi's back today with another episode. 4-3-2-1 custom tactics for coming back late in a game. These are the tactics if you're trying to get that late push to get an equalizer. You need a little bit of attacking support. These are the tactics I use. I've made 3-0, 4-0 crazy comebacks, but please listen to a few things. Some people, you might just copy the tactics and then say it doesn't work, but you gotta listen to a few things I'm going to say here because this will make or break if these tactics will make that push for you. You just got to understand a few things. First of all, I'm going to link my 4-2-2 normal tactics in the description. I mainly play 4-2-2, and if I know I'm completely outplaying somebody, I'm creating the chances, I'm getting the shots, I'll stay in my 4-2-2, switch a CDM maybe to, get forward, turn on some press, stuff like that. But if I realize, I'm struggling or I'm going down by a lot and I really need to push forward, 4-3-2-1 is the way that I go. Also, let me know if you want to see some of my other tactics. If someone's playing a 5-back, I might match them in a 5-back. If someone plays narrow, 4-2-3-1, you might set up differently. 4-3-2-1 with the exact same tactic. You can't assume that a tactic's going to work 100% of the time. It depends on who you're playing and how things are going. But for me, this is what is most effective most of the time. And, having an understanding of how to adjust things while you're in a game is what I'm going to explain today while showing you what I use. And so hopefully this helps you guys, so let me know. To start off, late in a game, but you don't want to go constant press yet. We're going to start with pressure after possession loss. This could either be used, you're down 1 goal with 15 minutes left, you want to start pressing a little bit. Or say you're down 3-0 with, it's the 55th, 60th minute, you want to start trying to get the ball back and pushing forward. This is when you want to start using your pressure after possession loss. 50 width, 70 depth. As you get later into the game, you're going to need to start moving that depth up because, you need to win the ball up the field. It will leave you open for counterattacks and through balls, but if you're losing, that's just the natural of what's going to happen. We got to commit forward. We got to try to win the ball. And so this is how we set it up. Offense. We go balanced with direct passing. 50 width, 5 in the box, 1 on corners, and 2 in free kicks. I will show you guys in a little bit how I set it up when I get past, super late in the game with the constant press. So we'll come back to this, but this is how I start. As for the formation, if you start with 4 attackers in your lineup, I put my 4th attacker at the RCM spot. If you're somebody that plays with 3 midfielders naturally, put your most attacking midfielder on the right, your balanced on the left, and your super defensive one in the middle. Now, most people that play 4-3-2-1, they like it to defend in a 4-4-2. But for me, if it's late in a game and I'm pushing forward, I do not defend it in a 4-4-2 because, I'm pressing. I need to win the ball. I need to attack fast. So I do not defend it in a 4-4-2. If you want those tactics, I can give you guys those tactics, so let me know. How I set this up. Stay central on all 3 of my attackers. My RCM, who's my attacking player, get forward, cover center. He will be making runs in between Cruyff and Mbappe in this formation, Dembele. Super effective. They get open. It's crazy how many times they are just left unmarked. Kante in the middle, stay back, cover center. He's going to give me the support for my CBs to help try to stop the counters. My box-to-box here, Renato, balanced, cover center. He'll go up a little bit, but he won't be running, too much into the box usually. He might get a few chances to shoot, but he'll also be, sure to come back and defend. CBs, we leave them alone. Outside backs. I always put 1 outside back to get forward, so joint attack in this case. You can put them on overlap as well. I use Hakimi over Capdevella. That's because Hakimi is outside of the foot shot trait, so I'm confident with him, getting those shots and getting into the box. I'm not afraid to dribble and shoot with him. So typically between your outside backs, I would put the better attacking of the 2 on join the attack. I put the opposite side on stay back while attacking. Keep in mind, this is still earlier in a game. The later you get, as I'm going to show you guys the other tactics, I'm going to eventually put both of my outside backs up. But early in the game, 4-3-2-1, we're just trying to make a comeback. We are attacking with the 3 front players, your most attacking center mid or your 4th forward, your box-to-box, and then we have a right back attacking to help. Now, if we get late in a game, 85th minute, you really need to get the ball. You need to push forward. The way I set the tactics up, constant press. We put the depth up. You can go all the way up to 100 if you want. I just usually chill at 90 for the most part. If it's really like, 88th, 89th minute, you really, really want to try to get the ball, you might as well put it to 100. You're going to get countered, but, we have to try our best to win the ball back. Fast build up. We just want our players to run up the field. We need to get moving. We need to go up. Direct passing stays. Players in the box, I put 7. Something to be careful about is, if too many people start to get in the box, your opponents typically, their bots will also start crowding the box, and at times can actually make it harder to score. And so, I don't want to put 10 people in the box because then it's just going to get too crowded. I leave 1 on corners, 2 on the free kicks. We stay lined up the same. But now for the tactics, the big difference is one thing you can do while you're in game, because, let's say you're waiting to pause to do this, if you don't actually have it set up with the constant press, on your D-pad, you can set it so that your outside backs join the attack. If you don't know how to do that, I'll show you guys in a little bit when we get into the footage. But otherwise, if you pause, you can just put the other outside back, join the attack. Renato, I do not put him on get forward. The reason for that is, like I said, if you have too many people start getting in the box, it'll get too crowded. So I just leave him on balance, cover center. And so essentially the tactics stay about the same in terms of instruction-wise, just that we send our other outside back up. Leaves you more susceptible for the counter. But the big difference here is we turn on the constant press. We put on the fast build-up, higher depth, more players in the box. We start to just, we're sending it forward. Hopefully this tactics kind of, makes sense. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of in-game footage, like I said, and explain a few things to look for when you are attacking in this formation. All right, so now to break down some in-game footage, you're going to see we're down 4-0. I switched to my 4-3-2-1. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the gameplay in slow-mo so we can have some time to analyze it while we watch. I get the ball down the wing to Neymar. Cruyff's making that cutting run. They're going to always be making runs forward like that. Easy dribble around the goalie. The big thing, though, here that we're going to go through is attacking-wise. You want to move the ball quickly. Moving the ball quickly is huge. And so you're going to see lots of one-touch passing, lots of just, I'm trying to get the ball up the field. Don't force it necessarily, but, if someone's open, take advantage of it. We want to overwhelm in numbers. So by recycling the ball and moving it around quickly, you're always able to find somebody open. You're going to see a lot of the times their outside back will get caught with one of your either wingers, and then if they get caught with one of your outside forwards, then your wing back will always be open. Here, we find Dembele's actually getting into that space, which like a good 80% of the time, I will make the pass to Dembele instead, and he'll be able to get a free shot. Off of kickoff, we switch to Kante quickly. We are able to cut out the pass, and now just watch how we're patient and we find the open passing. And so here we get tackled, obviously, so that might not have sounded perfect when I just said patient, but we get the ball to our midfielder. I'm looking to find players at the top of the box. That's my goal. Every time you have your 3 forwards, you're trying to get them in that space around the top of the 18 / around the penalty spot, so that way you can make something happen. Especially if you're someone that likes to dribble, you can get to your spots. Otherwise, you always are looking for the extra pass. We're always looking for the extra pass. And so you're going to see here, because I have those 3 players forward, I'm able to get counter-attacking options very quickly once I win the ball. Disregard the message on the screen. Everybody, was getting hype in the chat because I kept getting paused and grittied on, but we are able to find that counter-attack. I actually messed up here. I should have shot far post, but it's okay. I just wanted to show you the chances that we create. Right stick player switched to Kante. I was able to win the ball. We're patient with our pass. We didn't force it. And we're just going to sit here. We're going to find our passing options and watch how this play develops. So, people are trying to get to their positions. I'm finding my player at the top of the box to make something happen. Just being patient, doing my dribbles. I like to dribble. But again, we're looking to find someone on an extra pass, waiting for runs to develop. We see Mbappe make the cut in. Easy touch to the outside. The guy switched not fast enough. Boom, goal. We complete the comeback. These next clips, this is a game where, I'm only down 2 goals. Slightly later in a game, you're going to see, the big thing to notice in this one is Modric. He was our box-to-box left center mid, and he makes a lot of very influential passes without getting too inside. He never gets inside of the box for me. Another thing you're going to notice, I'm always looking to get my outside backs involved. That's the whole point of sending them forward. You get them involved and you create opportunities with an imbalance in player numbers. And so either, like I said earlier, the outside back will go to my outside back, or the outside back stays inside and it will leave the outside back open for a shot. So you're going to see we went all the way from right back to the left back, all the way back to the right back. And you'll see here, he followed my center forward, my right forward in this case. And that's what left Hakimi wide open. We were patient. We find a good shot. Again, we win the ball from the back. We get the ball up the field. We're taking our time. We're not forcing the ball. Do not force the ball. We're looking. Found the outside back. We're trying to create that imbalance in numbers. We start pushing forward. We always, the goal at the end of the day is you want to try to find one of your 3 forwards at the top of the box. Here, Trivella's are just broken. He's giving me too much space, so we take advantage of that. Again, building out from the back. Get the ball. Find our forward. This is why I like having 3 forward, because you can see we have like a 3-on-3 right here. And so if if the guy messes up, we're able to just go. Sometimes you do have to turn around or you'll lose the ball. So you can just see we're just trying to make quick passes. I'm not really dribbling too much. We get a little lucky on that one. We do get the ball back. Modric gets the ball. Taking our time. Looking. That's the key. We're just looking to find the good option. We're waiting for runs to develop. We don't force it. We stay. We're not sprinting with the ball. You can just see we're jogging with it, taking our time, finding our options, able to find somebody at the top of the box. Boom. Dembele making that run like I told you guys at the beginning of the video. Sadly, we shanked it, even though we greened it. Again, start from the outside back. Find the inside pass. I'm going to let you guys watch this one develop while I just explain a few more things. Remember, use your outside backs. Helps you to create the imbalance, creates the space. You do not need to be forcing the ball forward. Take your time. Allow runs to develop. Let the space be created. You're going to see here, watch Dembele, where he came from. Because he's on that get forward, he's able to find the space. We're able to score here, win the game. Hopefully these tactics helped you. Let me know if this makes sense. If you'd like to see more in-game footage, if you like this kind of analysis, I can start kind of doing this with you guys for different formations and what I look for in game. I definitely have 10 different games where I've made a comeback before. These were just 2 small examples. So let me know if this helped you. And as always, stay blessed.